Blue Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Pranis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
Thank you, and we wish you a good afternoon from Middle Georgia, as Middle Tennessee will start its final three-game series in Conference USA and on the regular schedule with the Owls of Kennesaw State University, a new member of Conference USA this season. Dick Palmer, along with John Callow, perched high above the stadium here in Marietta, Georgia. We're not in Kennesaw. We're in Marietta, Georgia, and about 15 minutes from the home campus of Kennesaw State. This is the Marietta campus of Kennesaw State. I'll let John go in. He's got a little history on that, but I'll save that for a little bit later. But we are at S. Walter Kelly Sr. Memorial Field.
Well, and it's a beautiful grass field. They've got the infield all watered down. It's one of those fields that does not have dirt baselines. The grass base, or the first and third baseline, that is. But the grass is in great shape. We've got trees all around us. It's certainly sylvan, but what's important is this series.
Yes, the Raiders come in at 23-29 overall, 8-16 in the conference. Kennesaw State has already wrapped up a spot in the postseason tournament. They're 26-25, but 14-9 in conference play. And right now they are third behind Dallas Baptist and Western Kentucky, so they'll be one of the top four teams in the conference tournament. The Raiders just trying to get into the tournament. And to do that, John, we need some wins this weekend.
Well, here's the deal. For us to get into the tournament, we enter the weekend one game behind eighth place Liberty. However, Liberty has the tiebreaker on us, so it does us no good to tie with Liberty. Here's the deal. League leader Dallas Baptist is at Liberty. Liberty has not been playing great baseball. Dallas Baptist, if they go to Lynchburg and sweep, we have to win 2 out of 3 in this weekend series to make it into the tournament.
And if Liberty wins one of those games, the Raiders will have to sweep here.
That is right.
We've got to finish 2 games up on Liberty in the win column in order to prevent that tie.
That's right.
And the tiebreaker going into effect. So that's what is on the line in this series as the Raiders and the Kennesaw State Owls will meet for the first time since 2017 when they were not a member of Conference USA and played in Murfreesboro. The Raiders won 2 out of 3 in that final meeting back in 2017, 8 years ago. So that's what's on the line right now. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, I'll be talking with head coach Jerry Myers to get his outlook on this series and what it means for the Raiders. Back after 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Jay, our last series in Conference USA in the regular season, and as we talked about before, the Sam Houston series, it gets away fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It goes by fast, and you get through that first non-conference pre-conference part of your schedule, and then you get into the meat of things, and then before you turn around, you're at the end of April, and you're going down the stretch. So definitely got here fast. It seems like at this point in time, but trying to focus on today and see if we can get put our best foot forward.
The last time we played Kennesaw, it was in one of those pre-conference games early in the season. We played them 3 or 4 times that way, but it's a little different when it's conference play, isn't it?
No, absolutely. It's a lot different, but they've done a good job. New team in the league, and having to play in a off-site facility, and obviously they've got some really, really good arms, and they've been able to put together a good conference slate for them, and hopefully we can get them this weekend and put ourselves in a better spot.
They have played all of their home games here. They had to schedule a lot on the road because of construction at their ballpark, but we've got all grass, we've got dirt. We're used to this sort of thing.
Absolutely, but they're getting all new synthetic turf there, and they've redone their stadium, but I think it'll be done this summer at some point in time, and they'll have one of the better facilities in the league as well. But I do like grass and dirt, and we'll be, I guess, one of the only programs in Conference USA with grass and dirt, us and FIU. But that being said, it is a nice looking field. We haven't played on it, didn't get a chance to work out on it last night, but they look like they've taken care of it.
Getting a little taste of this Georgia heat and humidity today, so it's a really pretty good baseball weather.
It is. See what the wind does today once the sun goes down, but it's a good day. We're not looking at a chance of any rain like we have the last couple of weekends, it seems, but hopefully, like I said, we'll have good weather all weekend, and we can play our best baseball.
I saw Matt Wolf taking some swings in the batting cage. Is he available for this series if you need him?
Well, Matt tore his labrum, and he's going to have surgery next Friday, but he is allowed to try to swing the bat. He cannot throw, and so he could be available for obviously some pinch hit duties or a bunt, base running, pinch runner, whatever it may be. But he's in the active list right now.
All right, final question. Pitching plans for this weekend?
So Birch will go today, and coming off of another short week, didn't want to push Alderman up and take away a day for his preparation. So Birch was pretty decent for us the last couple outings, and he's an older guy and ready to go. He's fresh, so he'll go today. Alderman will go tomorrow. We'll use what we have to out of the pen on either day and see where that puts us.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
And that is Coach Jerry Myers with his comments before the Raiders take on the Kennesaw Owls in this 3-game series. And I didn't really get into the scenario of what we need to do, because he knows that, and all of the players are aware of that. So
right.
that goes without saying, that they know that this is a very big series if they want the season to continue.
That's right. And it's important what is going on up in Lynchburg. And fortunately, they're in the Eastern time zone. They will be starting at exactly the same time as us. And instead of waiting until the 7th inning, we'll keep you updated on that game. All the rest of the Conference USA will catch up with as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Okay, that sounds good. So stay with us, Ed. We'll try to keep you updated on what's going on, not only in this game, but in the Liberty Dallas Baptist series. Well, the umpires are out, and the two head coaches meeting at home plate. Coach Coe is going over the ground rules. Ryan Coe, in his 4th year as head coach here at Kennesaw. And as you can tell, John, he is a former catcher. He is at home plate with Coach Myers, who is a former pitcher. And they are going over the ground rules here.
You can tell the difference between the two, can't you?
Yeah, in this off-campus stadium.
Yeah.
This stadium was built in 1951 to accommodate Southern Technological College, and that has since become a part of Kennesaw State. And so their baseball facility became a part of Kennesaw State, and they've been using it this year while their stadium is being renovated. And as you just heard Coach say, it should be ready sometime this summer. So the ground rules being discussed at home plate. I forgot to ask down below about the yellow line on top of the outfield fence, whether if the ball hits that, it is in play, or is it a home run. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I hope we don't have to find out.
I would doubt very much if we have replay capabilities here. We don't have a second first base, so we will just see how things go as we go along.
Speaking of replays, I hope everybody was tuning into ESPN yesterday, because Eston Snyder's catch in the game up at Tennessee Tech the other night, pulling that home run ball back for the out, that made the highlight reels for ESPN.
Yeah, I was bugging him a little bit about that before the game. He said, well, that's history now. So we will take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee and Kennesaw State tonight. Time for the starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union. John, what do you got?
Well, for the visiting Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders, leading off be the center fielder Eston Snyder. Brett Rogers, the right fielder, bats second. Batting third, Tyler Minnick. He'll be behind the plate tonight. Brett Von Dolan bats fourth. He'll be at third base tonight. Clay Badalak will be at second base. Bats fifth. Batting sixth will be the DH, Kenny McKinley. Keaton Ray bats seventh. He'll be in left field. Hayden Miller bats eighth. He'll be at first base. And the shortstop, Cooper Clapp, bats ninth. Landon Birch will be on the hill for the Raiders, and we'll give you his numbers later on. For the Kennesaw State Owls, leading off will be the left fielder, Nate Anderson. Batting second, the center fielder, Chris Cole. DH Donovan Cash bats third, and batting fourth, Jackson Chiarello. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Wesley Allig. Batting sixth, first baseman Cam Sudo. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Kerber Williams. Catcher Aaron Posey bats eighth, and the shortstop, Shamar McDuffie, bats ninth. On the mound will be a right-hander, Harry Kane.
Well, the umpires are ready. The conference is broken up. Kennesaw, we're waiting for them to take the field, and then
we never did get the names on the umpires, did we?
No, but I will give them nicknames, but I'm afraid I would draw criticism if I did that.
Don't do that.
We're going to take 2 minutes, and we'll be back with first pitch. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
And greeting you from Marietta, Georgia. where it is warm and humid, 86 degrees, skies partly cloudy, and the wind out of the south-southeast at about 9. Looks like, John, it'll be blowing out toward left and left center field. The flagpole is outside left center field, and that's the wind is kind of blowing that way.
Yeah,
so,
if we look directly out from where we are sitting atop the press box, center field is to the due east. And so that means right field is to the south. Back behind us along the third base line, that's north. So wind is blowing across from right to left, and it could certainly affect what stays in this ballpark and what doesn't tonight.
For Kennesaw State, they'll have Posey behind the plate, Williams at third, McDuffie, the shortstop, Allig at second, Soto at first, with Anderson, Cole, and Chiarello left to right in the outfield, and on the mound will be the junior right-hander, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is making his 10th start, 17th appearance. He's thrown 54 and 2/3 innings, given up 35 runs, 26 of them are earned on 48 hits, 26 walks, 55 strikeouts. He got a 4.28 ERA, a 3-3 record. Started this season as a bullpen, the back end of the bullpen, moved into some midweek starts.
He's a big kid, as all their starting pitchers are, 6'6", 235, a native of Atlanta, and he is set to pitch to Eston Snyder, who will step into the batter's box.
He is not. He has only recently become their Friday night starter,
making his 10th start of the season. And the first pitch to Snyder is outside ball one. We're underway.
Two of their weekend rotation guys as 6:07, Dick.
That's our starting time here, Eastern time, as Snyder takes a strike, and the count will go to 1-1.
Two of their their weekend starters are in their projected weekend rotation, down with Tommy John surgery.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Kane with the pitch. Misses outside. 2-1.
So they've had some of those same pitching challenges that the Raiders have had.
Eston Snyder hitting .346, leads the Raiders in that department. Checked his swing, fouled it off to the right side. You have got the field dimensions over there somewhere.
I do.
I did not.
Well, they're not posted.
They're not on the fence.
And I was told that they don't like to disseminate them. 335 down the left field line, 330 to right. 360 in the alleys and 380 to center field. So a little bit shorter than what we're used to, at least from the power alleys around.
Big tall fence in center field, though, as Snyder hits it in the air to the right side. It's going to stay fair for the first baseman, and that is Soto will make the catch just out on the outfield grass. 4 out, number 1 here in the first inning. So Snyder pops out, and the batter will be Brett Rogers. Oh, he was hitting some wicked shots in batting practice. Let's see if that carries over. Rogers hitting .329 on the season. And the pitch to the plate is a strike at the letters, 0-1.
I am told that the ball carries well in this ballpark.
Kind of a smallish crowd on hand. There's a ball hit into left center field. Is that one going to get down? It will, off the wall, out by the flagpole. And Rogers will pull into second base with a stand-up double. Took it the other way.
Well, we've seen him do that all season. 29, and teams like to put a shift on, play him like he's a pull hitter, and then all of a sudden he's not.
You might, as you might have heard, we're in between two speakers up here on top of the press box. Runner at second with one out for Tyler Minnick.
We'll figure those levels out. Tyler Minnick's mom here tonight.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That's
yeah,
good.
She said she and the whole family like listening to us, and which we appreciate.
Pitch is low, ball 2-0.
She says there is a large network of families spread over 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 states that listen to us regularly.
Minnick hitting .311 with 9 home runs. Takes a strike called, and it's 2-1.
He's not too far from home.
And a ground ball to the left side. Rogers has to put at second. Throw across from McAuliffe, the shortstop, will retire Minnick for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 18, Brett Von Dolen.
And Brett Von Dolen back in the lineup defensively today, playing third base. Von Dolen with a .314 average, 17 home runs. He's tied with their Donovan Cash, second in the league in home runs. A hot shot past the shortstop. Rogers rounding
they're going to try
third,
and score him.
And the throw coming in. There will be no throw to the plate. The cutoff man dropped the throw from the outfield, so that's an RBI single for Von Dolen, and the Raiders with an early 1-0 lead.
Wade Badalak.
Second hit, first run off Harry Kane. Here's Badalak. Clay playing second base tonight. He's a left-handed hitter. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. Did you notice how that ball came back from the backstop?
Yeah.
It must be like a pitch back there.
Some kind of padding, I think.
1 strike to count. The right-hander checks and throws outside, ball 1. 1-1.
The stands are elevated, looks like, 6 or 8 feet above ground level.
We're a little bit more than that above ground level.
We sure are.
Swinging a foul to the screen, 1-2. But I tell you what, John, we've got the best seat in the house, and there's nobody standing up in front of us.
There will be no one standing up in front of us. You're
Unlike
right about
New
that.
Mexico State, where I had to look around heads for 3 straight games. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Foul to the screen. And we could get a foul ball back here, John.
It's very possible.
That screen only goes up so high.
I thought we've had a chance of getting one the other night at Tennessee Tech.
Well, it would have to have been in the first 4 innings.
That's right.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back. Just got a piece of it. That was an off-speed pitch. He was a little bit out in front of it and was lucky to get the bat on it.
His parents here, as would be expected.
Yeah, the Snyders are here, I noticed.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a high, hard one. That will take the Raiders down in the first inning. First strikeout for Kane. The Raiders pick up a run on 2 hits and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee 1, Kennesaw State coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network. Ron Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
They'll set the Raiders defensively for you here in the first with Tyler Minnick behind the plate. Brett Bondolan is at third. Cooper Clapp at short. Clay Badalak at second. And over at first is Hayden Miller. Keaton Ray patrols left field. Eston Snyder in center. And Brett Rogers at right. And on the mound is the right-hander Landon Birch.
Landon Birch making his 5th start, 19th appearance. He's thrown 33 2/3 innings, given up 30 runs, 23 of them earned, 35 hits, 19 walks, 33 strikeouts. He's got a 6.15 ERA, a 1-0 record with 3 saves.
Landon Birch is a junior, 6'1", 175, out of Corning, New York. Committed to Old Dominion. Played his freshman year there for the Monarchs, and then went to junior college at Florida Southwestern, where he started 11 games of the 16 he played, and now he is a starter reliever for the Blue Raiders. And the first pitch of the game is hit into right center and deep, and that one's out of the ballpark. So before I could even introduce the leadoff hitter for Kennesaw State, he has hit the ball out of the ballpark into right center. That's Nate Anderson, senior left fielder, and took Birch's first pitch out to right center field and deep and out of the ballpark. So all of a sudden, we've got a 1-1 game.
That was his 11th of the season.
And for Birch, that's home run number 8 that he has allowed. First pitch to Chris Cole, the center fielder, is in for a strike. Cole, a left-handed batter, as was Anderson.
And I don't think there was any doubt that that ball was going to go.
Cole takes the pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike to this left-handed hitter. Hitting .299, 1 home run on the year. Bondolan up on the grass at third. And an off-speed pitch just misses for ball 2. 2-1. So the game is tied at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the first inning. And for Anderson, his 11th home run of the year. Ground ball up the right side, picked up there by Badalak, throws across his body to first and makes the play. Nice job by Clay Badalak to retire Cole for out number 1.
I'll tell you what, if he doesn't have as good an arm as he has, that play doesn't get made probably.
So 1 out, the batter is Donovan Cash, the designated hitter. And this young man has 17 home runs, the same number as Von Dolan has for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. That was his home run swing.
He was definitely going for 18 there.
1 strike to Donovan Cash. He's a senior, hitting .327, 21 doubles, 17 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Pitches out. Oh, caught the outside corner. Strike 2.
They've used him at first base. They've used him some at third base, but most of his starts have been as a DH.
Cash out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. And Birch with the pitch, swung on, fouled out of play. That's going to be over in the trees. We've got a hill behind the first base grandstand and the first base dugout. And then on top of the hill, we've got heavy foliage. That one was over there somewhere.
We got folks over there on top of that hill with folding chairs, and looks like they're kind of tailgating.
2 strikes the count. Birch with the pitch. Strike 3 call. Cash down on strikes for out number 2.
Boy, he did not like that call, did he?
No, he had some words with the plate umpire.
Batting fourth,
So Birch will get his first strikeout. And the batter is Jackson Cirillo, the right fielder. Cirillo hitting .265. So 3 of the first 4 hitters swing from the left side in this Kennesaw alignment. Birch winds and fires, and the pitch is outside, ball 1. Game tied at 1 run apiece. We're in the bottom of the first inning. And they are underway up in Lynchburg, Virginia.
They are.
Here's the pitch. Over but low for ball 2. Count will go to 2-0. Base is empty, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. 1 run in.
They've finished 1 in Lynchburg, and there's no score.
And right-hander Landon Birch with the pitch. Caught the corner for strike 1. 2-1. It's a very simple scoreboard out there in right center field, John, and you can read the numbers.
It's about as basic as they come, isn't it?
Yes, and the numbers stand out very well. There's a drive into right field. That's going to roll to the wall. Cirillo's on his way to second. As the throw comes in, he will have a stand-up double. So a home run and a double here in the first inning.
The second baseman, number 10, Wes Alec.
This is Wesley Alec, second baseman. He is just a freshman, hitting .279. Alec, a right-handed batter. John, he's a Tennessean, by the way.
Is he really?
From Oak Ridge. Played at Christian Academy of Knoxville. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So they just went up into our area and Spirit hit him away. Probably in the dead of night. 1 ball, no strikes. Birch looks the runner at second, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Had him reaching for an outside pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Threw him the slider away.
We've got all kinds of things we use as anchors up here as we're out in the very nice breeze blowing, by the way.
Well, when it is blowing, it's
Alec hits a little tapper back to the mound, picked up by Birch, underhand toss to first, and that's going to retire the side for the Owls in the first inning. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 man left. So we will go to the second inning. This game is all tied up. Middle Tennessee 1, Kennesaw State 1. We're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the second inning. This game tied up at 1 run apiece. Harry Kane making his 10th start, and his last start was last Friday night in Dallas.
Yeah, last Friday night, Dick, he went, got the start, went 3 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. So those 4 walks got him in a lot of trouble. He ended up taking the loss in a 7-5 Dallas Baptist win. They swept Kennesaw, did they not?
Yes, they did.
That's what I thought.
And the last 2 games were run rule games, I think. For the Raiders, Kenny McKinley, the DH tonight, takes a cut at the first pitch, comes up empty. 1 strike to count to Kenny. Sophomore from Hendersonville, hitting .227, but he does have 7 home runs. Kane's pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. McKinley, Keaton Ray, and Hayden Miller facing the right-hander Harry Kane. A little tap foul back to the backstop, and the count goes to 1-2 on McKinley. Kenny hasn't been in there in a while, so it's good to see him back in the lineup, and we know that he's got some pop in that bat.
He could just as easily get that one out of here.
Check swing, did not go, and the count goes to 2-2. These are obviously Conference USA umpires, but they did not have their names on the lineup sheet that we got. As a swing and a miss went after a high fast one, came up empty for out number 1, strike 3. So McKinley retired, and the batter is Keaton Ray. His folks here tonight. They very seldom miss a game. Keaton hitting .247. Looks at a pitch low for ball 1. How do you like this vantage point as far as balls and strikes?
It's going to take a little getting used to, but it's pretty good. I'm almost directly behind the plate, so I can get a pretty good picture of what's hitting the plate and what's not hitting. I just don't having a little trouble with what's up and what's down.
Well, that
was up and in.
Yes. Count goes to 3-0 now on Keaton Ray. The last 2 pitches have come in very high. 3 balls, no strikes.
We've got a pretty good crowd of Raider fans over here off to our right.
Mudcat Brewer and his wife just coming in. I expect
late arriving crowd. Huh?
Well, yeah, I expect Mudcat had directions wrong. Ball hit in the air to left field. And the left fielder out there, who is Anderson, will make the catch for out number 2.
Fighting the sun.
Batting 8, the first baseman, number 28, Hayden Miller.
So 2 away, and the batter is Hayden Miller. And at first base tonight, the sophomore transferred from College of Charleston. 10 home runs for this right-handed hitter. Kane with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Game tied 1-1, and we are in the top of the 2nd inning. Glad to have you along with us wherever you might be listening. The pitch, taken for a strike. That was an off-speed pitch, 0-2. Kane ready for the 0-2. And struck him out on 3 pitches. So the Raiders got to Kane for a run and 2 hits in the first inning, but he comes up with 2 strikeouts and sets him down in order in the second. So the Raiders go down with nothing across. We will go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Middle Tennessee 1 and Kennesaw State 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the second inning in a 1-1 game. Landon Birch making his 5th start of the season for the Blue Raiders. And as Coach Myers said before the game, had a pretty good outing in his last outing. I'm looking back, he started against Jacksonville, went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, and was not involved in the decision. Raiders lost that game 8-4.
You know that they would be absolutely thrilled if they could get another 5 innings with low run production against him tonight.
Cam Soto leading it off. First 2 pitches out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to the senior first baseman. Soto. Or is it Suto?
It's Soto, is what I was told. Suto. Yeah, that's right. Suto.
Pitch caught the inside corner, 2-1 to Suto. He is a senior, native of Marietta, and a transfer, John, from Lee University. That's in Chattanooga, isn't it?
And Dayton.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Or is that Bryant that's in, what is it that's in Dayton?
2 balls, 2 strikes to Suto. 10 home runs on the year for this right-handed hitter. Birch winds and fires. Oh, it just missed.
Yeah.
Ball 3.
But up around the letters.
Full count.
Yeah, it looked to me like he had. The plate.
1-3-2 the count. Suto leading off here in the second, and a little tap back to the mound. That's 2 that Birch has had hit back to him, and he throws him out at first.
Consecutively. Ended the first inning with a little hopper back to the mound, and starts it out here in the second the same way.
Cooper Williams, the third baseman, will stand in from the left side. Williams hitting .285 with 5 home runs. Asked for time I think Birch asked for time, wanted a new baseball.
They're going to the bottom of the second up in Lynchburg. Dallas Baptist picked up a couple runs. They're leading 2-0 going to the bottom of the second.
Birch with a pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left center.
That's going to carry.
That's going to carry out of the ballpark. Out to the right of the flagpole out there. And about that same spot as Brett Rogers' double. Except it cleared defense. This one cleared defense. And the second home run allowed by Birch. That will make it 2-1 Kennesaw.
That's his 6th this season.
Hit number 2, run number 2 off Landon Birch. What'd we lose, John?
Binoculars fell off the table.
1 out. I think you got a water bottle down there somewhere.
I do.
Pitch to Posey is a strike called. He is the catcher. Right-handed batter, Aaron Posey, .238 average. And Birch with the pitch, and that's low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Solo home run in the first inning by Anderson. Solo home run in the second inning by Williams. There's a strike call, 2-1. Kennesaw leading 2-1. That was the third hit off Birch. Strike, and it's 2-2.
Now Posey went to his knees with that swing. I think you could say that he was fully committed.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Birch with the pitch. Tried to get that outside corner and just missed it. 3-2.
Gone back to. Well, if he keeps going to these deep counts, he's going to have trouble making it to 5.
Badalak playing 2-3 steps out on the outfield grass at second base. Shaded toward the bag at second. Strike 3 called. Posey called out on strikes for out number 2.
Birch has got 2 strikeouts in this ballgame. Both of them called third strikes.
Shamar McDuffie, the shortstop, sophomore. Duffy out of Hampton, Georgia. Right-handed hitter, hitting .252. He's hitting 9th in the order. Pitches in the dirt, ball 1. I can say dirt again.
That's right.
Even at home, I can't say dirt.
You're absolutely right about that, too.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, bases empty in the second inning. Landon Birch with a delivery, and it's hit into left center. That's going to get in for a hit. Fielded on 2 hops by Snyder. Gets it back into the infield, and the Owls have a runner at first with 2 outs. Hit number 4 for Kennesaw. We go back to the top of the order for Nate Anderson, who hit the ball out of the ballpark as the leadoff batter, and the first pitch that Birch threw in this game, Anderson hit it out.
Well, let's see. If I'm calling these pitches for Birch, first thing I'm going to say is, whatever you threw before, don't throw it again.
Runner at first base, McDuffie. Pitches high, ball 1. Kennesaw leading 2-1. We are in the bottom of the second. Throw over to first, the runner back. Landon Birch with the pitch. That one is ball 2. Minnick was out of the crouch ready to throw. McDuffie wasn't going anywhere.
Took a great, very aggressive secondary lead, though.
2 balls, no strikes. Anderson, the leadoff man for the Owls, batting for the second time. A swing and a foul straight back, 2-1. So Birch has given up 2 hits, 2 hits in each inning, 4 total. And the Raiders trailing 2-1. Right-hander comes set and delivers high inside, 3-1. To Anderson, he's going to have to come in there with something or
walk him.
They'll have 2 men on.
Too many deep counts.
Birch with a pitch. Well, that's low. First walk given up by Birch. Runners first and second with 2 outs.
Almost looked like he was trying to be too careful. I think that's what Coach Myers thinks.
He's on his way to the mound.
Nothing going on yet in the Raider bullpen.
Well, there's a little movement down there. We can actually see the bullpen from where we are.
Which will be something we haven't been seeing on the road lately.
Series will continue with a single game tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Murfreesboro time. We'll be on the air at 4:45 tomorrow with our pregame show. And we'll conclude on Saturday with a 12 noon start.
12 noon Eastern or Central?
That's back home.
So 1 o'clock here, right?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was at the ballpark on time.
We'll get you here, John.
Okay.
Just follow us along.
I'll trust you.
Birch ready to work after the meeting with head coach Jerry Myers. Runners at first and second. And a bunt.
Bunted it foul.
He wasn't bunting to sacrifice.
No.
Because there are 2 outs. 1 strike to Chris Cole.
Landon Birch with 2 outs in the second inning, already up past 35 pitches. Said those deep counts.
1 strike to count to Cole. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Anderson is a speedster at first. He's stolen 21 bases. Fortunately, there's a runner ahead of him at second base. So unless they try the old double steal, Anderson's kind of on an island over there. There's a bunt's going to be fouled down to third baseline. Von Dolan picks it up. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know who I saw the other night after our game at home? I believe it was on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Rakes.
Really?
Bud Rakes, the former coach and later principal of Smyrna High School, and he was very familiar with the Von Dolans. I think that's why he came out to see Brett play. Said he listens to us most of the time.
Well, that's good.
We appreciate that. There's a swing, and what? The umpire came out of his stance. Minnick came out of his stance. And the batter came out of his stance. And it looks like the count's going to be 2-2. Coach Myers wants to know what's going on. It looked like there was a little 3-man dance going on around home plate.
Just checking.
He gets the explanation. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Cole. Kennesaw in their home white uniforms. I think their colors are purple and gold.
Yeah, those uniforms are pinstripes.
Birch with the pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. Badlack's got it, and his momentum will carry him right to second base where he touches the bag for out number 3. Gets the force on Anderson coming down. So that's going to be all in the second inning. But the Owls on the scoreboard with another solo home run. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. So we've completed 2 full innings here in Marietta. It's Kennesaw State 2 and Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the third inning. Cooper Clapp, the number 9 hitter, leads it off for the Raiders. Then we go back to the top of the batting order for Snyder and Rogers.
Cooper Clapp put one off of the scoreboard in right field during batting practice.
Pitch to the plate, in for a strike. Nothing in one.
Looked like he was driving the ball pretty well.
Injured early in the season. He's been working to try and get that batting average up over the 200 mark. He's at 180 right now. Swings him from the left side. And the pitch. Taken inside, ball 2, 2-1 to Clapp. His dad, of course, the first base coach for the St. Louis Cardinals.
There's a gentleman down there with a Cardinal jersey.
Yep. Pitch is high, ball 3. 3-1. Well, you'll want to go down and you can scoot down that ladder and go talk to him, John.
Cardinals off tonight. Split that doubleheader with Philly yesterday. Cooper Clapp walks.
Pitch was inside, and he'll trot down to first base with a base on balls. That's the first walk allowed by Harry Kane. And the batter is Eston Snyder with a runner at first and nobody out.
You guys won one today.
I wonder how many of these people were at Truist Park this morning for that early game. Braves beat the Phillies 5-2.
Oh.
Clapp leads at first. Snyder did not show bunt. Takes a strike on the outside. 1 strike to count.
We listened to the first, 5 or 6 innings?
Yep.
On the way down.
So to first and the runner back. If we had just planned ahead, John, see, somebody needs to do that besides me.
Mm-hmm.
But we could have come down yesterday, seen a night game, seen a day game today, and still come out here and do our job.
Well,
that's ball 1-1.
That's entirely possible. I remember covering the Sun Belt tournament. Oh gosh, it must have been close to 20 years ago now, because we were at FIU, and because FIU was the host team, they got to pick their time slot. So we got moved into the.
That's a shot up the middle. A base hit almost hit the pitcher. Clapp will stop at second. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Harry Kane did well just to get out of the way of that one.
Did.
Right up the middle.
Well, in that game, we played at 9 o'clock. Matt Scott pitched 6 perfect innings, gave up back-to-back home runs, and then finished out retiring the last, I think it was 6, 7 in a row, something like that. Raiders won, and I went to see the Marlins play that night.
Runners first and second, no outs. Brett Rogers, the batter. No sign of a bunt there. Ball 1 is outside. Rogers doubled to the wall in left center in the first inning. Came around to score on Von Dolen's single. Pitches inside, ball 2, 2-0. Raiders trailing 2-1, tying run at second. Snyder at first. Kane with the pitch inside, backed him away. 3-0.
Oh, this is what got him in trouble last week at Dallas Baptist. All of a sudden he starts walking people, gets in trouble, and we're looking at a situation 3-0 here.
And the pitch. High, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. 2 walks in the inning. The bases are loaded with no outs. And the batter is Tyler Minnick.
And we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach.
That would be Matthew Pessauer in his 4th year on the coaching staff here. So Tyler Minnick will hit with the bases loaded and no outs.
I wonder if he ever played on this field when he was
Georgia Tech?
No, maybe at Georgia Tech, but
youth ball?
Maybe in youth ball, yeah.
It's quite possible.
Because he grew up. We're in this Smyrna, Kennesaw, Marietta. They're all kind of mixed together here in.
Boy, a lot of great baseball players come out of this area too.
Boy, you got that
they're
right.
Spread all over Major League Baseball.
Spread all over college baseball.
Minnick had a question for the umpire, backed out. Now we're ready. Bases are loaded with no outs.
Got to get some runs out of this.
Kane with the pitch, swing and a miss. Came at him with a high hard one. Minnick went after it.
Question the umpire was that a strike?
The pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
Yeah. Now
0-2. Now you've got to kind of protect the plate and just try to hit it somewhere.
Put the ball in play. Keep it out of the infield.
Foul out of play. Back behind us. Count holds at 2 strikes.
Even the double play ball is going to get a run across.
The pitch. Swung on, hit into center field. Runner tags at third. The right fielder cuts in front, makes the catch, and the throw is offline. The runner at second goes to third. That'll be a sacrifice fly, and we're tied at 2 runs apiece.
And good heads-up base running by Eston Snyder. He goes to, was that the center fielder that made that catch?
Right fielder.
Right fielder, okay.
So a sacrifice fly for Minnick. That's his 40th run batted in of the season. Snyder goes to third. Runners first and third, 1 out for Brett Bondolan.
Yeah, that ball wasn't that deep, so that's some gutsy base running on Eston Snyder's part. Turns out they didn't even make a play.
Kane with the pitch. Bondolan takes a strike.
Shortstop cut the throw. Looked like they might have a shot, but he did the right thing because that then held Brett Rogers at first base.
Swing and a miss. Way out in front of that pitch, and the count is 0-2.
Well, the book, of course, on Bondolan is you want him to hit home runs, you throw him fastballs middle in. If you want to try and take away his power, you throw sliders out.
2 strikes the count, and a tap foul behind the plate. Count will hold at 2 strikes. Two to 2. We are in the 3rd inning. Raiders batting. First and third, 1 out. Kane with the pitch high inside, ball 1. 1-2 to Bondolan. Clay Badalak on deck to hit next. Raiders in the first base dugout here. Very familiar territory for them. The pitch. Way out in front of that one. Just got a piece of it, though, and he stays alive. 1-2.
See, we were in the first base dugout the other night at Tennessee Tech, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
First base dugout last Tuesday night at a week ago Tuesday up at Lipscomb.
Throw to first, the runner back. Kennesaw is 14-9 at home this year. There's a drive in the left field, a base hit. Run will score easily from third, and runners will be on first and second. And the Raiders take the lead 3-2. That's Von Dolen's second RBI of the game. And now 48 for the year for the sophomore from Rutherford County, Stewart's Creek High School.
I'm glad to see that he's concentrating on driving the baseball rather than trying to get that home run lift.
Snyder scored from third, and here's a grounder outside the bag at first, foul by Clay Badalek, strike one. So 2 runs in the inning. There have been 2 hits and 2 walks.
Still just 1 out.
First and second. Badalek's going to try to keep it going. Kane with the pitch. Inside corner strike.
And that's all it got was a little bit of corner.
2 strikes the count to Clay.
Got that front inside corner.
Struck him out swinging. Badalek down on strikes for the second time.
Hitter number 23, Kenny McKinley.
It's the 4th strikeout for Harry Kane, and the batter McKinley struck out in the second inning. So Kenny, you got ducks on the pond here. Runners first and second, 2 outs. Kenny drives it into left field, but unfortunately right at the left fielder, Anderson had to move only 2 or 3 steps to his left and made the catch. That was a line shot, and that is out number 3. But in the inning, Raiders pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There were also a pair of walks and 2 men left on base. So we will go to the 3rd inning. It is Middle Tennessee 3 and Kennesaw State 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Did the lights just come on here, or have they been on?
They've been on, Dick.
Have they?
It's hard to tell, though, at times. And I'm looking up, and there's something up there is still catching the sun. Very bright.
Donovan Cash leads off the 3rd inning for the Owls. He was called out on strikes in the 1st inning. First pitch to him, hit in the air to right field. Rogers drifting back. Warning track, and Rogers will pull it in for out number 1. So Cash got into it pretty good, but not quite good enough. 1 out. In the 3rd, the batter is Jackson Chirillo. He doubled into right center in the 1st inning. He's a left-handed batter.
They finished 3 in Lynchburg, and it's tied at 2. Dallas Baptist and Liberty.
Birch with the pitch, misses inside, ball 1. Well, I've been up and down the ladder 3 times, John. I think you've been, what, 2?
Yeah. That is correct.
I hope no one was filming that.
Oh, gosh.
The pitch to the plate is low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Cirillo. Haven't been on a ladder in a while.
Not like a ladder like that.
Last time I was on a ladder, I took a rather bad spill, but that was at the house. There's a shot, kicks off the bullpen wall down the right field line. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, I don't mind.
That was the last time I was asked to change an outside light.
I don't mind climbing a ladder that has got a slant to it, but this thing is straight up and down.
But it was anchored. That's what I liked about it.
Well,
there was no give to it. The pitch missed low, ball 3. 3-1.
My body is built differently from yours, though.
3 balls and a strike. And Birch with a pitch, fouled in front of the Raider dugout. That was a hard foul ball, but the Raider dugout is protected with a screen that goes all the way to the roof of the dugout. So the players can watch at their leisure over there.
Yeah, those dugouts are very, very close to the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 3rd. And Birch with a pitch. Line caught by Badalak at second base. So Cirillo with a bid for a base hit to right field is denied by Badalak. And that is out number 2. The batter is Wesley Alec, the second baseman. The freshman from Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Made the last out of the first inning. Little comebacker to the mound.
2 outs, base is empty. And a little tap this time to third. It's going to be a tough play for Von Dolan. Picks it up, throws to first, dropped by Miller.
Had it in the mitt and it popped out.
That was an excellent play by Von Dolan.
That's got to be an E3.
We will watch the scoreboard. We have no communication with the stats crew here. Alec is the runner at first with 2 outs, and they still haven't put anything up. The batter is Suto, the first baseman.
I've got an E3 in my book.
So tough luck for Landon Birch on a little dribbler down the third baseline. Runner at first, 2 outs. Suto hits it into right center. Rogers coming on. He will call off Badalak. Rogers makes the catch in shallow right field. And that is going to be all in the 3rd inning. Apparently they gave him a hit on that, John.
It looks like it. Wow.
Infield hit. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Here are your totals after 3 innings for Middle Tennessee. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. For Kennesaw State, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Raiders lead it 3-2 as we go to the 4th inning on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Raiders lead 3-2 as we go to the fourth. Let's pause 10 for station identification as you listen to Middle Tennessee baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Keaton Ray lines the first pitch in the fourth inning into left field. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. And Keaton will pull into second with a stand-up double.
Nice job of opposite field hitting.
The first baseman, number 28, Hayden Miller.
So Keaton Ray with his 10th double of the season is the runner at second with no outs, and the batter is Hayden Miller, who went down swinging on 3 pitches in the second inning.
Left fielder was playing Ray to pull, so he had a long way to go. If he's playing straight up like he is now, he probably holds that to a single.
Swinging strike to Miller, 0-1. Keaton Ray at second base with no outs. Shortens up. Looks to pitch outside, 1-1. Miller steps out of the box, looks at his third base coach, Kevin Nichols, for a sign. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again around to bunt, and again takes it outside, ball 2. 2-1.
They go into the bottom of the fourth, and Dallas Baptist picked up a couple of runs in the top of the fourth, lead that ball game 4-2. That one looks like it might be headed towards something really wild.
There's the bunt. Pitcher picks it up. He fell down and can't make a play.
Feet came out from underneath him, and that's got to go down as an infield hit.
And Kane says, catcher wants to know if he's okay. He says, I'm okay.
I'm just
probably a little bit embarrassed.
I was going to say, just more than a little bit embarrassed.
So that will go down as an unintentional infield hit.
Yeah.
For Hayden Miller. He was a pretty good bunt. He was going to get the runner over.
Yeah.
And Keaton Ray did go over. He's at third base now. So first and third, no outs. And the batter is Cooper Clapp.
Now they're playing him straight up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him lay one down.
Wouldn't,
John?
It wouldn't surprise me either. And they're playing the third baseman. Well, he was in on the grass, moved him back.
Did not show a sign of bunting. Takes the pitch low for ball 1. Cooper walked in the third inning and scored.
Is that scoreboard wrong? Yeah, it was wrong.
There's a strike, 1-1. Eston Snyder waiting to hit next. Raiders leading 3-2. Going to try to add on. There's a shot into right field, a base hit. The run is in, and the right fielder bobbles the ball, and everybody's going to advance a base.
So that's going to be a single, RBI, and then the runners move to second and third. That's got to be an E7.
E9.
E9, rather.
So runners at first and second. That will be an error on the right fielder. He just let that ball get by him.
Yeah, there you go. E9.
So runners now
on the board now.
Runners now at second and third.
Still nobody out.
And Clapp with a timely hit, and it was no fluke there. That was a solid base hit to right field.
And we got another visit to the mound, and I'm wondering if there's Kane hasn't got some kind of issue with his hand. Like a blister, maybe?
Raiders leading 4-2. And while the conference continues on the mound, Coach Nichols and the runner at third, who is Miller, both go into the dugout to confer with Coach Myers.
they're bringing in a new pitcher.
So we're going to have a pitcher change here with no outs in the fourth inning, and the Raiders leading 4-2. Runners will be at second and third with no outs. Eston Snyder will be the batter. We will take a break here and come back, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Raiders leading 4-2, and a pitching change for Kennesaw. Halton Hardy, a right-hander. He's a redshirt senior, 6'1", 200-pounder from Athens, Georgia. He will replace the starter Kane.
Making his 17th appearance. He's thrown 26 innings, given up 21 runs, 12 earned on 33 hits, 14 walks, 29 strikeouts. He's got a 4.15 ERA, a 1-0 record. Opponent's hitting .314 against his senior right-hander.
Pitched 2 innings against Dallas Baptist last Friday, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. In the 2 innings he pitched in relief of Kane in that game. So here's Snyder, has a single and 2 trips. Lays the bunt down, but it
off the roof of the dugout.
Over off the dugout. So strike 1.
Is that Chandler Todd picked that baseball up?
Well, Chandler, is quick as a cat. I wouldn't be surprised.
So does that baseball go in our batting practice bucket?
I hope it does. Snyder swings and misses. Strike 2.
Had him out in front of a pitch away.
2 runners in scoring position. The Raiders already with a run in here in the 4th. And the count 0-2 to Snyder. Fouls it to the screen. Four runs, 7 hits for the Raiders. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Owls. It's the first game of a 3-game series. Snyder with a 2-strike count. Hardy with the pitch. That one's popped up, foul, and that's going to go back on the hill. Out of play.
Back behind us.
Count holds at 0-2.
So many times we're sitting there in our booth up at Reese Smith Field and things go up and over, and we haven't got a clue where they're going.
We can tell, can't we?
We can see everything now.
Pitch is low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah.
That was a good take by Snyder.
Well, that was pretty close to that pitch that he swung at earlier in the at-bat, that first strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2 men on, need to get them in. The pitch. Oh, just inside, ball 2.
Oh, I thought that had played. It must have been up.
I don't know how you can take a pitch that close. But Snyder took it for ball 2. 2-2.
I thought it had the corner.
Hardy out of the stretch and hit him. That'll load the bases with nobody out and bring up Brett Rogers.
The right fielder, Brett Rogers.
So Miller is at third, Clapp at second, and Snyder now at first. No outs. And Brett Rogers, who has doubled and walked. He's been on base both times. Second time we've had the bases loaded and no outs. Rogers hits it to left field. Tagging at third is Miller. Catch is made. The throw will be cut off. Runners hold at first and second. A run in, and it is 5-2.
The catcher, Tyler
So Rogers drives in a run with a sacrifice fly to left field. One out. Runners first and second. The batter is Tyler Minnick. Minnick had a sacrifice fly in the last inning with the bases loaded. The pitch. Strike called, 0-1.
Cooper Clapp out at second base. The last runner that is a responsibility of the starter, Harry Kane. 5 runs already in.
Minnick fouls it straight back. 0-2 the count. Von Dolan would be next. Raiders trying to add on, and they have added 2 runs here in the 4th inning. It is 5-2. Hardy, the relief pitcher, delivers and struck him out swinging. Pitch was low and inside. Pretty good pitch by Hardy. That's out number 2. Here's Von Dolan, 2 singles and 2 trips. First and second, 2 outs. Hardy with a pitch, swinging a foul back. Raiders up here 5-2. 2 men on, top of the 4th inning. 2 runs have already scored. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Came at him with heat.
He's not used to seeing the fastball.
And the 0-2 pitch outside in the dirt, 1-2. Clapp at second base, Snyder at first. Struck him out swinging. So Hardy comes in after hitting the first batter. He does a good job, gets 3 straight outs, 2 of them strikeouts. And for the Raiders, 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 men left on base. So we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Middle Tennessee 5, Kennesaw State 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
This game moves to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cooper Williams, who had a solo home run off Birch in the second, will lead it off. Left-handed batter. That home run was his 6th of the year. Swings and fouls it back. Strike 1.
Final numbers on the starter, Harry Kane. He goes 3+ innings, gives up 5 runs, 4 earned on 7 hits, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. And up in Lynchburg, they've gone to the 5th inning.
Pitch by Birch is high, 1-1.
Check in on that. Yeah, they've just gone to, they're in the top of the fifth. Dallas Baptist has put another couple of runs up, 2-run homer, and Dallas Baptist now up 6-2 over Liberty in the fifth.
Cooper Williams waits, takes a strike called, 1-2.
That breeze starting to feel very nice, Dick.
It is. We can take full advantage of it up here. We also have a little tent up above us in case it rains.
Which is better than we got at Tennessee Tech the other night.
Had we had a tent up above us, we might have stayed.
Well,
you're shaking your head.
We would have. Certainly we would have.
But
under the circumstances.
There was an awful lot of water up there and an awful lot of electronic stuff, and I just didn't think it was
not
feasible.
It would not have been wise.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, hit into shallow left field. Keaton Ray coming on. He got there in plenty of time. That ball was hit so high, he had time to come in and settle under it to make the catch for out number 1.
Cooper Clapp had time to get back. And had he not been called off by Ray, which is the right play, he could have made it.
Here's the catcher, Posey. He's called out on strikes in the second inning. Right-hander Landon Birch with the pitch, and it is outside, ball 1. Five runs, 7 hits for the Raiders. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Owls. Swing and a miss. Might have caught Minnick.
Yeah, he fouled that ball off. Home plate umpire walking a baseball out to him, giving Minnick a...
Minnick wishes it was a miss.
Yeah.
Umpires and catchers have a special relationship. They kind of have to take care of each other.
That's right. And notice that there was a whisk broom. Since we're playing on all dirt, there was actually dirt on top of home plate that needed to be brushed away.
Probably had to get that whisk broom out of mothball somewhere. Swing and a miss out in front of that pitch. 1-2 the count. Right-hander Landon Birch winds and fires, and a little tap to the mound. He backhands it, fires to first, and that's out number 2.
That's the third assist that he's had today.
I like to see a pitcher fire that ball over there instead of lobbing it. Most of the times when you lob it, you're not used to doing that, and it tends to go somewhere else.
And the first baseman is expecting he throws his timing off as well.
So 2 outs. The batter is McDuffie, the shortstop. 252. He had a base hit, singled in the second inning, and hits this one past the diving shortstop into left field, and that is his second hit. So a 2-out single for McDuffie will bring up the top of the batting order. It's hit number 6 off Landon Birch. The batter will be Anderson. Had a leadoff home run in the first inning and walked in the second inning.
Boy, that loudspeaker is loud, is it not? Wow.
And we're right between 2 of them.
Huh.
Pitch is low to Anderson, ball 1.
I may have to take a couple of ibuprofen when we get back.
From the ladder or from the speakers?
Yes.
1 ball, no strikes. Long look by Birch. The pitch low for ball 2. 2-0. Birch got the first 2 batters here in the 4th, and McDuffie Single to left. He's at first base. And a 2-ball, no strike count to Anderson. Right-hander comes set, and the pitch swung on and fouled over by the Raider dugout. 2-1. Birch with a 2-1 delivery, misses high, ball 3.
Well, Birch up right around 60 pitches now.
Which is not bad in the 4th inning.
Needs to get another one of those comebackers.
There's a shot foul down by the Blue Raider bullpen.
That had somebody hopping.
Yes, it did. It rolled out into fair ground, and Rogers will go pick it up, throw it right back to the bullpen. So the count will be 2-2 now to
Look
Anderson.
what they did. Isn't that great? Who is that down there?
Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first. He's going. Ball 3, and no, I'm sorry, that was ball 4. It was 3-2. So that's going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs.
That was Colin Kerrigan. They got that, took that throw from Brett Rogers in the bullpen, and he threw that ball to a couple of kids back on the hill. Don't you know they're thrilled?
So now first and second.
They might turn into Blue Raider fans.
2 outs. Here's Chris Cole.
Because of that. What do you think?
Well, we need all the fans we can get down here. The pitch. That one's low, ball 1. Don't need one of those 2-out rallies. And Coach Myers is going to make a trip out there to see if we can prevent that.
Nobody. Are we about to get a change here? I
don't think there's been anybody throwing down there.
No, that's just somebody coming back this way to get some instructions.
Batter's going to be Chris Cole. Birch has gotten him out both times he's been up. So, John, if anybody from Georgia Power and Light could have watched us scaling that ladder, they would have said, whoa, we need a couple of linemen. Those guys look pretty agile. Let's go put them out on the telephone pole.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
1 ball, no strikes to Cole. Coach Myers back after his visit to the mound, and Birch is ready to work. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch, misses outside. 2-0.
Did you ever see that old Alfred Hitchcock movie with Jimmy Stewart, Vertigo?
I have seen that, yes.
Well, that would describe me on that ladder.
2 balls, no strikes.
Don't look down.
There's a drive to right field. That's trouble. That's fair. 1 run will score.
They're going to score 2.
Here comes the second run in. And the runner is headed to third, and he is in there with a triple. That ball right down the line and then went into foul ground. And before Rogers could get it back in, both runners had scored. And the batter, Cole, is at third with a triple. So now it's a 5-4 game. And the batter will be Cash.
And of course, all of this with 2 outs.
All this with 2 outs. Birch has retired Cash twice on a strikeout and a deep fly. And the pitch to the plate, outside in the dirt, stopped by Minnick, ball one.
You know, for years, you and I have talked about that hardest out in the ball game, number 27. A lot of times, and I think the hardest out to get is the third one in an inning.
Runner at third. That's the tying run at third with 2 outs. And Birch to the plate, swinging a foul.
That ball was up.
Cash had a big cut.
That was going to be difficult for him to do anything with up in his eyes.
So yeah, we got a left-hander.
Here the 2 young men from the
bullpen.
Express that had that baseball. It's like Mom has gone and retrieved him from the hill.
1 ball, 1 strike. Birch with the pitch. Over but low, ball 2. 2-1.
We're going to get some action in the Raider bullpen.
That looks like Kerrigan throwing to me.
It looks like it, yes. That's exactly who it is.
Outside, ball 3.
Well,
3-1.
One of the things about Kerrigan, he has started enough that he's stretched out. So if we could get out of this 4th inning still up, kind of expect they're going to walk him intentionally.
Not going to give him that 3-1 pitch.
No.
And I don't blame him. This guy's got 17 home runs.
And swings like he could send that baseball to Athens.
First and third, the batter is Chirillo. He's hit the ball hard twice, double to right center, and a line out to second base. I expect we're going to see the left-hander.
That's what's going to happen.
Coach Byers on his way to the mound.
Second visit.
So this will be a call to the bullpen, and we'll take a break. Tell you about our new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.